A majority of people that smoke weed do so without developing any serious addiction. But some people who smoke it daily or majority of the time during the week can develop serious psychological addictions to it. If you're not addicted, this video is not for you. Smoke your joint, eat your edible, and relax. But if you feel like weed is no longer serving you or you're becoming overly dependent on it, then this video will provide you with some valuable, crucial lessons that can help you better understand your troubles in quitting weed, because understanding is the first step to overcoming. So type in.
I know you still looking at your life and you didn't think it end like this. I know you stay awake trying to make the mistakes that you may feel right.
Welcome back to another installment of edutainment. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. On this channel, my goal is to make sure that you're entertained, that you are laughing, but most importantly,
but wait, there's more. Hang on to your seat, baby, cause this one's a screamer.
Also, that you are learning something that you can apply to your own personal life and make it better. I'm all about self-improvement, self-development, while enjoying the process with laughter along the way. So, you know, if you're feeling me, I'm a cool guy. I'm a fun guy.
I'm a fun guy. Obviously, I love the game of basketball. I mean, it's just more questions you have to ask me in order for me to tell you about myself. I just can't give you a whole spiel. I don't even know where you're sitting at.
You know, like Kawhi. I'm a nice guy. Consider subscribing, and let's take our friendship to the next level. You know what I'm saying? Like, bring it in. You know.
Oh, bring it in. Starting from the bottom, now we're here. Yeah. Nice to meet you. All right. Nice to meet you. All right. Nice to meet you.
1/8 black.
Afternoon, my octoroon. Come on, bring it in there. Tuck that.
Yeah, I'm in there, dog. I'm in there, dog. I'm in there, dog.
You tucking it in there? But you tuck that.
Okay. No long talk. Let's get into it. If you're watching this video, you probably have tried to quit more than once. How? Like, comment down below. How many times have you tried to quit weed in your lifetime, or have you never tried to quit weed before? A good barometer I usually say for most people, if they feel like they are addicted to a substance, alcohol, weed, pornography, is to go about 2 weeks or so without a week or two. Definitely 2 weeks is like a good barometer of whether or not you are dependent on that substance. Well, yeah, about 2 weeks though. 2 weeks, 1 to 2 weeks, you'll get an idea of how your body reacts to no longer having that substance or activity in your system, or in like you constantly doing it, right? That'll let you know if whether or not you're actually addicted to it. So there are 3 different reasons, or 3 different like approaches to why you fail when you try to quit weed. The first approach is your decision. This is where you usually fail after the first day or two when you initially decided, quote unquote, to quit. And you fail because you have no emotional attachment to your reason for quitting, right? You just say, oh, I want to be more motivated. More motivated to do what? What is it that weed is preventing you from doing? You want to save money. Save money to do what? What other things could you be doing with the money that you're spending on weed that you're not currently doing, right? So for example, I want to be more motivated to actually pass the semester of school, because I want to ultimately become a doctor, or become a real estate agent, or I want to ultimately pass my bar exam, right? You make it as personal as possible. What is the personal reason for you to wanting to quit weed in the first place? Make that as personal and as pertinent to you as can possibly be, and that it ties into a bit more of the motivation rather than the science of how to quit. But the motivation plus the science gives you it's always important to have a reason, like a why, a driving force that makes you do what it is you do, right? A lot of people, they go to work not because they necessarily love their job, but it's because they don't want to be homeless.
Spare change.
Spare change, ma'am. Squidward? Squidward, is that you? It's me, SpongeBob.
So their why, in a sense, is security of having a home, right? But if you're an entrepreneur, or maybe want to go higher in the company, that's not your motivating factor. Your why is like, yo, I want to be the owner of this company, or I want to make $10,000 per month, or I want to be financially independent. And that is what drives you to go beyond the minimum, or go beyond just the regular, office hours, stuff like that. So the problem if you quit within the first 1 to 3 days is your decision. It doesn't mean anything to you. It's just oh, maybe I should try quitting. You don't try quitting. It's I will quit, or I will quit because of X, Y, and Z reason that applies to me. That's the first thing. So you need to think more deeply about what weed is preventing you from doing on an emotional level. Number 2, the second reason why you have trouble quitting, you don't detox correctly or appropriately.
You cannot be for real. Oh my God, you for real? No, you for fake. No, you for real. You lying? You not?
This is where you've gone 1 to 2 weeks without, smoking weed or interacting with any type of THC substance, but then you fail again. And it's important with weed especially that, the THC, you get the THC out of your substance, out of your inner cells as much as possible. Why, you might ask? I'll break it down in a very simplistic, scientific method. Metabolites store in the fat cells of your body, and as a result, the cells in your body will request what they've constantly had in the past, right? And because they're constantly requesting the same thing, more cells are reproducing that require the THC or the minerals that we provided to the body. So you're constantly producing cells that are requiring weed to be present in your body because of your past association or your past history with weed in the past. It's a lot of past. With each new cell that's produced from the metabolic stores in your fat cell comes another part of your body or your being that requires what it used to have in the past. So whatever you want to call it, Mary Jane, ganja, pot, 420, it needs to be flushed from your system in order for your body to move forward and no longer have a reliance and tolerance level on smoking weed or interacting with any type of THC, right? Usually, in the past, the THC in a lot of the weed didn't used to be as strong. So usually it was more beneficial. Weed in general was more beneficial than harmful, right? But like with anything, things become more refined, things become more well put together, well groomed, and the crops of weed is stronger. So as a result, that THC becomes harder and harder to get rid of and not be dependent on it. The THC that's produced nowadays in the weed is a lot stronger than it used to be in the past. Now I need to make an entire video dedicated to the detox approach to weed, but one of the fastest, quickest ways to flush out the THC and all the weed associated, like flush out everything in regards to weed in your system, is to drink plenty of water. However much you're drinking right now, it needs to be multiplied like 2 or 3 times, right? That gallon of water for the first couple of days, or the first 1 to 2 weeks, you'll be going to the washroom a lot, because that water is one of those things that gets deep into your cells and cleanses your system better than any other juice, Coke, that shit. You gotta push that to the side for the next little while. So water should be your only source of liquid for the next like 2-3 weeks plus going forward, right? so that you can just cleanse your system, cleanse your cells, and start reproducing cells that don't have a past history or past requirement for weed / THC. The third step, the third approach, is the replacement. So you made it past the first 2 weeks, and maybe you're going on towards like a month now, and your problem is no longer the decision or the detox, but your problem is now the replacement. What are you doing now in replacement of weed? Is life boring? It's only boring because you're not using that energy, that time, maybe that money towards other things that can better improve your life, right? Are you taking up yoga? Are you joining a recreational sports league? Are you taking up golfing? What are you doing with your time and energy now that weed is no longer as prevalent in your body or as prevalent in your life? You don't have anything powerful or positive enough going on in your life that makes your life worth living or makes your life worthwhile, right? Like, this is my YouTube shit, right? This is my baby. My channel is my baby. This is one thing that my channel, my YouTube videos come before any pussy, any girl, any sex, come before my family. It's kind of scary, right? But like, this is like my baby. Like, this is like, I've seen it grow. If you go back in my channel, you'll see me without like a beard, you'll see me without like facial hair. Like, this is like my shit right here, right? Like, according to you, your life sucks because you don't have anything driving you or uplifting you towards better, doing better or achieving more in life, whether it be financially, relationship wise, health wise. Are you going to the gym? Are you taking up some type of exercise activity that, you know, can improve your overall fitness, stuff like that? You know, there's one thing that I always see, like, there's peer pressure to smoke weed, right? Or there's peer pressure to indulge. And this one comedian, Bill Burr, he was talking about his own alcohol addiction, right? And then in hindsight, he was saying alcohol, for many who don't know, is actually one of the more dangerous drugs, right? We don't consider it a drug, but it is a drug that kills people. It's responsible. It's one of the things most responsible for the deaths of people on a monthly, yearly basis. But he said, is there really peer pressure to die sooner? Take that in. Is there really peer pressure to die sooner or to not achieve what it is you want to achieve in life? Just deepen that thing. So again, weed isn't the issue, but it's the habit of relying upon it overtly to feel normal or to make life more enjoyable. That's the issue. That's killing you, right? So if you want to finally know the steps, the procedures, the foods, and the meditation practices you need to overcome your addiction to weed, alcohol, caffeine, whatever it is you're struggling with, pornography addiction, my free mini course, my free mini email series will walk you through everything you need to do to overcome your addiction once and for all. So again, the 3 steps are your decision, why, the detox, plenty of water. I'll also make another video going into more detail, and also the replacement. What are you doing with your time and energy now that weed is not as prevalent or as prominent in your system? Check those out. Links in the description for my free mini course, free mini email series, and definitely check out the weed playlist up here as well. But yeah, God bless, much love, peace and joy, namaste, and always remember, always, if it doesn't feed you, don't water it. And the people around you who doubted you, who overlooked you, slept on you, didn't support you in your business, your career, your schoolwork, but now once they see you at the top, once they see you making money moves, you tell them, keep that same energy of doubt you had when I started. All facts, no cap. Keep that same mother effing energy. Alright, bro. Deuces.
Stay awake, trying to make the mistakes that you made feel right. I know you. Sound the same damn way every time I turn off those lights. I know you.